The death toll from wildfires in Maui rose overnight, with as many as 55 people now confirmed dead. But the Maui County mayor tells the Today Show that the number is likely to rise from there because buildings have yet to be searched. Contessa Brewer joins us now with more. Hi, Contessa.
Yeah, Mike, apparently they have to wait for FEMA crews to come in because the crews are better equipped to handle the hazmat conditions inside burned buildings. And of course, the first priority is safety. The situation as it stands now is still very uncertain. State Farm is the biggest property insurer in Hawaii, with 11 offices on Maui and 2 in Lahaina, which of course was terribly burned. I asked a Maui agent whether everyone he knows has been accounted for.
We don't know. There's still hundreds of people, on a list that I've seen that people are trying to locate. The challenge is that just the communication is so poor, and so many people had to run out of their house with nothing. Talking to team members here in the office that had family members that run out without their wallets, and just some horrific stories of what happened and the split second decisions people had to make.
The community has put on the back burner any worries about the economic impact or the implications for tourism, which fuels the economy. He told me that right now, shelter is in short supply, that hotels are completely full. He said he's actually considering that he needs to stock his office with cots in order to accommodate other insurance agents who have volunteered to come to the island and help process initial claims. In the meantime, State Farm told me late last night that they had processed 317 claims already in connection with the wildfire. But of course, roads are closed, communications are down, so State Farm is expecting far more claims to come in. Those are just the early numbers. Moody's Risk Management Services reports nearly 3,000 acres burned. Guy Carpenter used high-tech imagery. It estimates 2,700 structures are within that fire zone in Lahaina alone, with a potential impact of $2.8 billion on the structure, the contents, and automobiles. In central Maui, another 700 structures adds up to a $500 million potential exposure. All of this is really early. It could take a couple weeks for us to get a good picture of how catastrophic this has been, but AccuWeather's estimate of total economic impact and damage, so this is regardless of insured value, is as much as $10 billion, guys.
Contessa, have the insurers changed the way they model these climate disasters? Because I mean, we haven't seen wildfires like this be this destructive and catastrophic, have we?
Not in Hawaii, but in California, of course, they've been dealing with that. This is the deadliest wildfire that we've seen in the 5 years since we saw the Camp Fire in Northern California. That killed 85. But you're so smart to ask that question. Insurers are now using AI. They're using really advanced technology, not only to model risk, but to assess the weather. In this case, you had Hurricane Dora going through the Pacific, churning up these winds. And on Maui and the rest of the Hawaiian Islands, they were watching the hurricane for its landfall. There was an area of high pressure to the north, and that combined what the risk assessment guys at Guy Carpenter, part of Marsh McLennan, told me yesterday, is it created just this freak weather situation where it was so dry and so hot, and already they had been in a severe drought in this part of Hawaii, that it fueled those flames and the wind drove through them. And you can see the devastation and how quickly it spread. I was reading this morning some accounts from residents there that said they had to flee wildfire before they even got a warning from it. It was spreading so fast.
Contessa, you mentioned State Farm as the largest insurer. Are there other property insurers that we should keep an eye on in terms of their exposure?
Yeah, exactly. So let me go through the list here. I've got, for the top in homeowners, 35% of the market belongs to State Farm, followed by Tokyo Marine, Allstate Corp, USAA, and Liberty Mutual. In auto, Berkshire Hathaway's Geico has 29% of the private car insurance, State Farm, USAA, Allstate, and Progressive. And then in commercial, you're going to want to look for AIG and Allianz. They make up the top five. They land in the top 5 of the commercial insurers. But then there are specialty lines as well. For instance, we've read reports that the big museum in Lahaina that housed so many of these irreplaceable treasures from Hawaiian history has burned. There is specialty insurance for museums. So, it's early and a lot of insurers won't talk about who their clients are or for how much they were insured. One other interesting thing about the Hawaiian insurance market, though, is that there's more than 250 captive insurers. This is basically where companies decide they're better off financially to go and start their own insurance company and sort of self-insure. 250 of those in Hawaii. So we'll have to keep an eye out whether some of those companies that have captive insurance were part of what we see here for the catastrophe and how that shakes out.
Remarkable, Contessa, tragic, and we'll see if we see more insurer flight like we've seen in some other states on the mainland.